class. I started the recording and I've stopped the transcription. Sydney, I see you joining us online. I'm missing you. Sydney, say hello. How are you? Sydney. Okay.
Yeah,
so
I'm on my
today
way.
we're going to count. Sydney.
On my way, I'm coming.
Let me make it loud, nice and loud. Hello, Sydney. Oh, you can't. He's online.
Yeah, I'm coming.
Oh my word. Thank you, Sydney. Oh, great. Right, so Sydney's on his way. So Sydney will sort out any issues with your logins for SAP S4HANA. Do you have a problem with your login? No. Sorted. You've sorted? Sorted, right. Okay. So we're going to, you must remember, I'm not going to give you my password. Let's just sign in. Diligent One platform. So this course is called Information Technology 5. You're a postgraduate students, and I have to use IT software to teach you guys, to teach your students the concepts. And ERP, we're using S4HANA, and the next one, which is Diligent One, the high bond account. I'm going to register you for the following. Right, let's see if I could see this on my screen. Duplicate, right? So we're going to look for something called let's find something out there called data analytics. Here we go. There's data analytics out here, right? Data analytics. Just to give you a little bit of statistics, University of Cape Town started, they advertised the data analytics course, online course. In 2 days, they got over 2,000 applicants, right? Demand is there. So here's the data on analytics, auditing and analytics, risk and strategy, asset management, and we're going to look for the audit command language, ACL. And data analytics. Where's data analytics? All right, let's look at auditing, because that's what you're doing. Home. Remind me later. And within the week, I'm going to ensure that you have access to this. Good morning. You're going to have access to data analytics. Oh, and man, I need to have my... Now, this is just not just for our course, but it's also for you to pass the certificates and to include it in your CV. Right, there's my profile. Let's see what courses and applications that I have assigned to me. Right, so let's, by the way, we are for this software. It's over R1 million, and not many people are using it. We are going to be one of the first to use it, right? I like it. So here's my analytics certificate. Confirm your password, confirm. Here's my analytics token. Right, so you're going to have, just like how I have all these API tokens, you're going to have that as well. Let's see if I can paste that Control V. So this is something to look forward to. If you're here next week, we're going to sort this out for you. I wanted it to be today, but as life would have it, it wasn't sorted out. All right, so Diligent One, the high bond account, back to my profile. I want to find out where I passed my courses. Product. Learn more. All right, let me see for audit command language. Language. Audit command language. Let's see if Diligent has this, or data analytics. One of the two we're going to work with. Audit command language, data analytics. Let's look for data analytics. Nope, not here. So within the week, I'm going to sort this out. Oh, thank you for sorting out the MCQs. The students that missed the, don't know how to fill it in. We're trying to sort that out. That was over the week. And by next week, you shall have whatever mark needs to be sorted, right? I promise, don't worry, you'll have access to the exams. Exams are not difficult. I'll give you some hot tips for the people that are here. Browse my gallery. I'm looking for those students who did ADVC 401 last year. You should have had access to the software. There we go. ACL Analytics. The ACL Analytics. Audit and internal regulatory compliance, IT risk and compliance. Right. So we are going to have a look at ACL Analytics. Now, last year, I had Mandla, who assisted me with ACL. There we go. ACL, Audit Command Language Analytics, designed for continuous risk evaluations, controls testing, and compliance monitoring. Robotics toolkits are managed analytics programs for monitoring control gaps or uncovering critical risks. It integrates with common data sources. It's built, So this is what I would like us to do within the next 3 weeks. We basically have about 3 weeks left of this course, right? 28th of May. And I'd like you to provide me with a certification in audit command language, right? ACL. Okay, let's, I'm just, right? And you can, once you are registered, only do ACL, you can do the other modules as well, right? The other modules that are here. For instance, the one on, let me close that. The one on audit risk. Dr. Modley, this is his auditing. Audit and internal controls. Now, it'll be so nice if you had to put this on your CV or on your LinkedIn profile. By the way, you should have a LinkedIn profile. Hope you do. Have you? All right, have a look at, one of my students found this and said, hey, right, you can do this. I'm not going to do this one. This one I'm not going to do. You're going to do it, right? All of this. Right? Consumer protection, financial interest. And if you want to write the exams, I'm not sure what the cost is, but last year I was able to get a sponsorship, but the students didn't take me up on it. So this is another aspect of diligent software. Audit and internal controls. Right. Let's have a look at another course that they have. So this is your self-study online India. Right, here's another one. IT risk and compliance. Ooh, this is, let's go and have a look at what they're talking about. IT risk and compliance. in your CV. Risk and compliance. Letty, what you say? Huh? It's cool. IT risk and compliance. So here's data privacy. Cool, cool. Look at that. ISO standards. Let's go back. Let's see something else that may interest you. ESG disclosure. All right. So hopefully I whet your appetite into getting involved in something like this, right? So let's see. Let's go and Google what is ACL, Audit Command Language, right? What is Audit Command Language? ACL Analytics. Right? Let's go and have a look at that. And I do have a video on my YouTube channel about Audit Command Language that we can watch at your leisure. Interested in. I want this certification for you. And something else. One of the students did about 8 certificates for the Microsoft Learn ERP, and how cool is that? How cool is that? So I want this Audit Command Language. And let me go and find Audit Command Language on my YouTube channel. And Manla was a specialist who did that for me. So in honor of Manla, let's go to my channel. Here we go, channel. Manage my videos. And I'm looking for Audit Command Language. I did this last year, the year before. AUDIT, Audit Command. There's it, Audit Command Language, right? ACL Analytics. Why is it so soft? Come on, please. Hello, testing 1, 2. Right, so this is Audit Command Language. So homework, I would like you to. Hello, hello. Why is it so soft? Hello. Oh, I'm not sharing the screen. Am I sharing the screen? People online, I've been talking and I haven't shared the screen, and they didn't even say anything. That means they're not paying attention to what I'm saying. For 21 minutes I've been talking and I was sharing the screen. All right, so this is the Audit Command Language, and you're going to get the certification from. You are going to get the certification from. Hello, 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 hello. Why can't I hear this thing? What's the matter? I'm just going to check the settings here. Audio settings. morning. Good morning. I want it to be nice and loud. This is so soft. I was playing with it. Isn't it loud enough? I don't have the cable at all. Normally it's loud. Come check. There's that one.
Is that the main?
Yeah, but I can also connect that via Bluetooth. We've done it before, yeah. Let's see Bluetooth devices. Let's see this. Are you able to see on your What's it? I need the Bluetooth. I'm going to share this link on the. So this is ACL. Bluetooth. Right, so this is the ACL video that Manla did with us last week. What is ACL data analytics? Once you do the course, watch the video. It's 2 hours, 1 hour for. I've got this core module, and I've got. I'm just going to pause this for a split second. Yes, yes.
The aliens or something.
I don't know. Try it. Let's get some sound.
Yeah, sure. I don't think. But there might seems to be
No battery. Try the other battery. No, brother. Hello. So I shared that link. Really soft. Now I can hear. What am I talking? I'm talking in. What am I talking? I'm talking in. As I with the echo. As I with the echo. Not my phone. Not my phone.
Just 2 or 3 papers. Yes, yes, I can. Yes, I can. Yes, because we usually procure in our organization, and I've done 2 trainings, so basic data analytics and basic advanced teaching, which I completed I think 2 weeks back. So yeah, so I've got that understanding, even though I haven't
stepped into it, but yeah,
Okay.
that's my background.
Great stuff. Thanks, I understood. And do you have anyone else who's encountered with ACL before? Anyone else? Okay, that should be fine. So don't. Even though you've not seen ACL before, don't what's the term? That is running away. Don't worry. I'm sure you've worked with Excel before, and basically ACL is Excel with just additional capability. So it's not going to be a major learning curve for you, even though you've not seen the tool before. I'm sure you will actually learn nicely there with us. So don't worry there. So just to give you an outline of what we actually did in here. So let me say this. You probably have seen in the industry the rise of the data analytics skills environment. And a lot of companies are actually trying to find individuals with that particular specialization, which is analytics. And in the audit space, from experience, I've picked up how actually chief audit executive are trying to get resources outside in the industry. And I want someone who's got some experience or some exposure analytics space, because organizations run their processes on top of systems, and those systems generate data. And to provide assurance that systems are working as intended, you do have to interrogate the data.
And so I'll leave you access to actually have given access to Launchpad already, where I ended you, and I will just show you how to actually access some of the resources there, so that you can eventually take the ACL certified data analyst exam, which I'm sincerely motivating you guys to take that exam. So these are some of the concepts that we will cover. 3 days is quite short, but we will try and cover what we can. So today will be more of a theory, and tomorrow and the day after tomorrow, we will do some examples where we actually practicalize the system together. In my class, so when I ask a question, just be on alert. I do not ask a question in wildcard. Like I specify who I'm asking the question to, and I volunteer my students so that you are all engaged. So do be on alert. They'll just call your name to just ask what you think about any particular concept. So I volunteer you. So we'll look at basics of analytics. We'll look at some of the data concepts. We'll look at the phases of data. We'll look at some expressions to create some computed fields and stuff like that. And we'll do some data imports and look at different data, how we are, before we actually analyze it deeper into the actual reporting, and we'll talk about some of the basic scripting capabilities there. Great stuff. So ACL, like I mentioned, is basically an audit command language. This tool was actually developed specifically for auditors and gain traction, and everyone that's got a data analytic capability does leverage of ACL, because it does provide that type of capability for every user there. And this is not a database, it's an analytic tool. So the difference being, you are not creating a data storage when you are using ACL. You are just manipulating and analyzing data sitting in whatever data storage. some of the users in the industry that leverage of ACL is your auditors, obviously, like the name audit command language. This is utilized by both internal and external auditors. By the way, auditor general uses ACL to do some of the analytics for the public sector. So you do need to get comfort there. For the examiners for forensic, they do range of ACL when the analytics there. Some departments, operational departments, you're probably familiar with the Institute of Internal Auditors, and they've got lines of defense. So you're not only looking at the third line of defense, which is internal auditors. Even first and second lines of defense do leverage of ACL to do their analytics there. Oversize, talking about Fortune 100, Fortune 500, Global 500, they in terms of their analytics. And the federal and state, especially in the US, by the way, ACL is developed in Canada, so they've got a huge footprint overseas there, and tool that can actually be for a lot of analytics requirements. And so these are some of the key benefits that this tool can provide. ACL will provide you with ease of use. It's quite intuitive. It's easy to use because when you look at the interface, it's intuitive. There's no like heavy learning care for you. And one of the key requirements for internal auditors when you look at the internal audit charter is that they have to provide independent assurance. And how you provide independent assurance, you need to make sure that the data that you work with retains its integrity, right? It's not changed in any, it's not changed in the processing and doing your analysis. So having a tool that is very important to maintain that integrity is quite critical for internal auditors. And because of the vast number of systems that are in the industry, ACL does read mainframe, which is one of the legacy systems using one of the legacy encodings. So ACL reads that data in its native language. So that's one of the benefits there. And it's fast in terms of processing. That I must make a disclaimer though that it does leverage of your system capability. So a laptop, if you have a very slow laptop, obviously that will translate it to the application as well. So if you've got a super user, it means your analysis will be quite fast. These are some of the ACL benefits. What uses of ACL, right? So you will use sort of the type of it. So basically, just validate the effectiveness of internal control. That is one of the major requirements for an internal audit to provide assurance. So how do you provide assurance to make sure that the internal controls work effectively, right? And they work as intended. If you look at things like regulatory compliance to make sure that there is or anything governmental regulatory requirements. So you use ACL to do some of those things. And because it's running on a technology that extracts data from every data source that is a relational database management system. So it's enterprise-wide, and it provides those powerful analytics there for you. And because we are in the fourth industrial revolution, we don't want to do things in an animal basis. We don't want to do things manually. We do want to have a certain level of automation. And ACL does provide you with that capability to continuously monitor your environment. All right. So let's just without knowing how the data is structured, right? So let's just quickly talk about the concept of data, and we'll talk about how data is stored in terms of the file itself, and we'll talk about some of the data attributes within the file. We'll talk about things like your files, your fields, and stuff like that. And I'm trying to move pretty fast, and I'm heading that this is recorded so I can go and replay it. But if there's a concept that you should clarify, please stop. And so these are some of, I've got here on the screen a data storage. So data is stored in files, right? So basically a file is your Excel document sitting, Excel spreadsheet sitting somewhere in your My document. And that is basically a collection of all of these records, right, that you may have stored in your repository. It could be sitting in a database somewhere, a table, your say for example your employee master file, a file that has got all of your employees for the organization that you work with. That is a file. So if you look at this screen, you will see. Let me just quickly point here. So this is a file that you see. So this is the file there. So it's got all of the records, it's got all of the fields. And a file is made up of records. In Excel, they normally turn those as rows. So these would be your records. Now we're trying to build a file because there's no point for us to do analysis on whereby why I need to know how a file is structured, right? So another building block of a file is the records, which means the rows, right? These are the rows where you've got all of the different type of information for an employee, for an employee number or invoice number, we've got an invoice date, an invoice amount for each and every one of the invoices there. Then we've got fields, which we normally call the column in X. These as
Sorry. And your MCQ. And Mr. Mann, I think we lost you. Yes, can you hear Mr. Mann?
No, sorry, it came out.
Anything. Let's just switch second or two. Okay, so while we're waiting for Mr. Mandla, I think you are aware of the concept of a field, a record, a field, a byte, and it also would have covered in the MATLAB certification that you would have done, how you store data and the elements of a field is made up of bytes. Bytes is made up of bits. So 8 bits make a byte. And, the fields make up a record, records make up files, and if you lots of files together, you're going to make up a database. I can see Mr. Manda moving his.
Can we hear me now? Can we hear me now?
Hello, thank you, Mr. Manda. We lost you for a few minutes there, but we can hear you now.
Okay, just give me another second. I just need to make use of another answers point for me.
Sure. Okay, so Mr. Manda is looking for another answer point. If you look at the column that it has, field name, a data type, start, the shift symbol, and date format. So the first field name is vendor number. You notice the data type is character. So even though it says vendor, the data type is store characters. So now I can have
ABC quantity. And they tell me that the length is 5. So I need to say ABC is 3. Right? So that would be a delta. Mr. Manda.
Yes, I think it's, is it any better now? Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear. Go ahead, Mr. Manda.
It's so we will see what I've got on the screen here is how we break down a file, right? And basically a file is the main collection of all stored processes and individual entities, entities like you've got your records, you've got your fields, you've got your files. And I did explain the records there, which is the lines. There are rows, they turn them in Excel. And I've got the fields, which also turn as columns in Excel. And I believe you may have done it a character, right? So A is basically a byte, right? And a byte is made up of bits. And you know, a computer needs information in zeros and ones, right? I think there's about 8 bits per character, right? So 8 bytes, 8 bits per byte altogether. So it's important that we understand those details there. And when we look at this here, at the bottom part, what is called a layout, a record layout. What this piece of information does, it just gives you information to be able to interpret this table that's on it. Because you see, you don't have any field names there and don't know the length of each field name. And you can calculate the length based on bytes, which is characters. Say, for example, I am trying to interpret this one. I'll see if you look at position 1, if you look at position 1, which is the very first byte, starting with the 1 there, with a length of 5. So if you count 1, 2, 3, 5, and you know that that is actually field vendor number. And every field has also have a data type. And we've got about 4 data, we bought 4 data types in ACL. We'll talk about those. But in a very high level, we've got a character, which is alphanumeric ABCs, DR to Z, and 0 to 9, and all the printable special characters, hashes, minus, times, slash, and stuff like that. So those are alphanumeric and printable characters, right? And you've got also date type, which is a date stem, right? And this is how we look. So you've got the date aspect, which is the date. You've got the month aspect, which is the month, and you've got the year aspect. Right? We talk about those in detail. And you've got numeric. The numerics are your numeric numbers where you can actually do some calculation, like in here. So dividing this, making sense of this table that doesn't seem to have any fields or at the top, you would use what is called a layout to interpret that. Right. Now, just to check if you did actually get what I was trying to say there. Quickly, looking at that table, I'll give you 5 seconds to just look at the table, right? It's the same one that I used before, right? How many fields are there? How many fields are there in this game? In that table, you are trying to guess them. Can you hear me? Anyone else who volunteer? I don't know if you use it as much overview of problems. Okay, well, I'll give it a try. I am 7. How did you arrive at that conclusion? Yes. Remember, for whatever basically the rows, right? That's stored within the file, right? Looking at this file, we've got how many rows? 7, which is correct, right? But you do need to follow some sort of framework to arrive at any given decision. We don't want to guess it. And how many, I started in the record, how many fields? How many fields now? Give it a try, method. Fields basically are columns within a file and a piece of information is stored. How many fields do we have? Things like that. Because I do want to make this session as interactive as possible. I'm going to give someone else from one. I can see it.
It is the six, I think.
Yeah, it's great stuff. So now you can interpret the records, you can also interpret the thing. And remember the concepts of bytes, right? And we said bytes are basically characters, right? So each character will get 8 bits. And when you look at the invoice number field, right? The invoice number field according to the record layout in the second field, right? And it's supposed to start at position 6 and character number. With that piece of information, if you look at record 5 and we this at the end of this part. So that record 5, looking at this field, how many spaces are there? Who wants to give it a try? Next, let's try it. I think it's from all to there. Or sleep. Do you want to give it a try? Okay, that's fine. Now let's do. I see someone wants to hear something.
Are the two trading banks creating a bank?
There are 3. Okay, let's quickly try and do some math there. So we are saying invoice number starts at position 6, right? And there's a length of 15, right? So it's got 15 characters and starting at position 6. But when you look at invoice number on record number 5, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? There's about 6 characters in there. And for a field that's got a length of 15, and you only have about 6 there, how many spaces? There's about 9. It's 9. Because remember, this is supposed to be 15, right? And we only use the first 6 in that storage. How many bits are left? How many bytes are left? There's about 9 bytes left to get to 15. Does it make sense?
Yes.
Yeah. So this is the byte storage. We only use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? And we are remaining with about 9 bytes storage. So that's what it means by those trading spaces. Let's look at the last one there, the invoice amount, and we are told the invoice amount is starting from location 31, which is somewhere here, right? And I'm looking at record number 2, which is this one, and they are asking us how many living spaces. And we know that this field has a 12 byte storage, right? Length of 12, right? And when we look at this one, how many byte storage do we use there? from this one. Also count those are characters as well, those are bytes. How many did you use? Kumar? I didn't get that one. We've used about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Out of 12, we use 7. So how many are remaining there to tell us how many those living spaces? If you use 7, out of 12, the remaining 5. Does the concept get covered? Is it better? You understand the concept there of how the data is stored. The data is stored in the file, and the file is made record things and bytes, right? And we use what is called a record layout to understand what the field and the record mean in a table. Now let's move into the data types. I did mention that there are about 4 data types in ACL, and these 4 data types are mainly character, date type, and you also have numeric, you also have a logical, right? So basically, a character, this is how you identify a character data type. It's alphanumeric, and it also includes symbols. Alphanumeric means A until Z and numbers. And it also includes printable characters or printable symbols like your head sheets and those special symbols there. And this is how you have like a field with a character. It's if a field you cannot perform a calculation on. I'll make an example. You looking at your ID number, right? Even though that ID number is made up of numbers, but I cannot multiply this ID number with Ayana's ID number. So we cannot perform a calculation in there. So that would remain a character. Looking at things like a cell number, even though it's made up of numbers, but because you cannot perform a calculation on it, it will be a character data type, right? Look at things like invoice numbers, etc. Right? Then a numeric is basically an inverse of a character. You have to perform some kind of calculation. So it must be 0 until 0.9, right? And it also, if you're looking at the numeric data, you can also have some minus in there because of your sign, minus for crediting and plus for crediting and minus for debiting, right? So in the numeric field, you have numerics, and you got to be able to do some calculation there. We talk about formatting as well. So when you're making a character, you must always format a character in double quotes when you're using ACL. Right? You must put it inside double quotes. And numeric, you don't have to format it, you put it without any formatting. Now, when we look at the date time data type, date time is where you store dates, right? So it must be a valid date. Say, for example, you know there is no 32nd of any month, right? So data that's for that type of amount date, it means it's not really a date because there's no 32nd day in a month. So it must be a valid date, right? From 1 to 31 on some of the month, right? That is the date time data type, which always has to be formatted within single backcodes. You see in your keyboard, there is that tab button depending on which keyboard you are using, and just above that, there is that small quotation mark that is pointing backwards. Can you see it? Just before the 1. That is the formatting you would use in ACL when you are formatting a date time, right? Another data type is logical. So this is storing a Boolean type of data. It's a true or a false, right? I remain a yes or no, true or false. Are you older than 10 or false? That type of data is stored in a Boolean data type. I will get on this one for a second. and just check if we are going, we are moving together. Are you happy, someone? Great stuff. Now, let's quickly go. I think we are almost done with this session today. Let's quickly look at this activity here. Now that we've understood the concept of data planning. Maybe before we do that, can you see that string that I've got here? Can you see this string? Yeah. If you look at that string, considering the understanding of the different data type, what do you think that number represents? What would that number represent, considering the understanding of the different data types? Yeah. So if you look at this number, if it were a current, right, it could have been something like an invoice number, which means we cannot perform a calculation on, and it will be a current, and it will retain the reading zero because it's a current, it's a printable current, right? It's not a related number, right? And if you look at it as a numeric data type, it would give you a value of something like this. Because it would be very easy when you look into your Excel, if you are dealing with a numeric, there's no point of retaining a leading zero there. It doesn't mean anything unless it's a fraction, unless it's 0 point, then you can retain the leading zero. But if you start a number, a whole number, and you start with a zero, you will drop that zero, right? And also, you have to consider things like definite, right? If this number, same string, would be having two decimals, right? It would be a different thing. You see, instead of it would be 9,083,012, and it would be a whole number. But now if it's a number with two decimals, it's no longer 19. You can see now it's 90,820, 12 cents. Guys, what we are factoring decimal on the same piece of data. It's important how to interpret it depending on the data type. Also, if it were a date, and you consider how that date is formatted in the source system. Some systems formatted in the North American interpretation where the first two parts are actually representing the month, and the second two parts represent the date, and the last part represent the year portion. But if you were ex-European, you see that the first two parts are actually the day, right? The second two parts is actually the month, and the last four parts is actually a year. So depending on how that data is interpreted in the source system, in the source data, in the ERP system like yourself, like the Oracle, like the SQL, whatever system you're working with, do make sure that when you're interpreting a date, make sure you are interpreting it the same way it's defined in the source data. When we are interpreting a numeric field, make sure we consider the decimal as calculated in the source data, because there are implications there. A number can actually change its value depending on the decimal, even though we are looking at the same piece of string. With that information, let's quickly look at this, right? You've got a social security number that is 487231986 and 0431578334. And these are defined as numeric. What would be the implication there? What would be the implication I have? If you were to store those in a field that's numeric, what are those values?
I think it won't allow.
Why would you not allow it?
If that field is strictly for social security, it will restrict you, or it will give you an show that whatever you put is not allowed. That's
Great stuff. That when we need to get just taking you to some of the database concepts. There is what is called a constraint, database constraint, where when you are looking at a field, you say, I can only allow this type of information in this field. I can only allow numbers here. I can only allow alphabets here, and all those database constraints. Now, if you define a field in ACL also as numeric, you are basically saying it will only make sense for data that's between 0 and 9. It must be numbers, right? Once it's things like this in the middle of the field, which are characters, and this is supposed to be numeric, it will not allow this one. It will probably have it saved, but it will not interpret it as a numeric. It will just say it's an error. But this one, it interpret it as numeric, but remember, it's got a leading 0, and you drop it to just be a number 431578834. Are we together? If it were to be defined as numeric. Now the second one, if you've got these 2 dates, right? What would the implication if you were to define them using the European format? Remember, the European format says the first part is the date, the second part is the month, right? The first part is the date, the second part is the month. What would be the implication if you were to define these 2 dates in a date as date times in a European format?
Was that there?
Yes.
It would be better, so
On which one? On the first one or the second? It would be an error on the second one. The first one, this is a valid date based on the European format, because we said the European format takes the first part of the date as the date and the second part as the month. So there is the seventh day, and there is also a 6th month. But this one, it will take you because there's no 23rd month. Does it make sense?
yeah.
Right. So if you take the first one, you won't take the second one. What would be the implication of storing this one as a character? 343565,27. Is never. I think never. You want to try that one?
Then you go to turn error as well.
Remember, we said when we were explaining the data types and the character, we said a character is a printable character. It could be alphanumeric or a symbol. So it will still accept it because format is a printable character. So it will accept it as is. However, you cannot perform any calculation on that piece of information. Are we together?
Yes, sir.
Great stuff. Now, let's quickly, for the, I think we've got about 8 minutes. I'm just going to give you some work to do this evening. And probably some of you may have seen this, but it's important that you also go through it all. Let's just quickly go to, just open your browser on your machine. I'm just going to stop the presentation there. Open the browser, Google Chrome, Internet Explorer, whichever browser you like. I prefer Google Chrome. Would you open your browser in your machine?
Yes.
Let me just quickly share this one. So just follow me there. Open your browser. Right. And search for ibond.com. Right? ibond.com. All together.
Yes.
Yeah. Search for ibond.com. And it will take you to this window, right? Then put your email address. I'm sure you've already activated your accounts there. Put your email address there and your password and click on sign in. put your email address, the email address that you have received the invitation on, and put the password that you have defined when you were creating your profile. Otherwise, you're taking mine. Do together. Great stuff. Then it will take you to this landing page. Tell me if I am getting trouble with them. It will take you to this landing page, and there you have the University of Technology, and then you, on your right here you will have all these results, right? Then you click on a card window. It will open another window for you. Click on a card window, and it will open another window for you. Right. Are we together? Then click on get your first course. Are we together? Then it will open these for you, right? And these are the courses that are available for you that you will have to enroll on and finish it. But for this semester, we'll just do 3 of them. I'll tell you which one we'll do next after today. But this one is the one that I need you to do this evening. The one that says basics of analytics. You click on that one, and it should just take about 1 hour, 1 hour, 30 minutes for you to finish. So you spend some time this evening and answer this course and get this course on your left. Then I can change that to say start on the click on start. Then you follow the instructions there. You can start with the subject, just do the subject. Then if you go to the content of that course, it should take you about 90 minutes to finish it. Are we together?
Yes.
Great stuff. So that's what you need to do for me this evening. What you need tomorrow, we'll just do a quick revision on this, and then we'll take another concept tomorrow. Don't overshoot.
Mr. Mania, thank you very much. I really appreciate what you've done so far. You've given the students homework. You were interactive in the class. You asked them for questions, and I can see that some of them were paying attention. I don't know why the others were not. I think they have some connectivity issues, but I know every single one of them was giving you their full attention. Mr. Manda, just one question. You mentioned that you did an undergraduate study, an undergraduate qualification. Where did you study, Mr. Manda?
I did my studies at Washington Eastern Cape. So I'm an Eastern Cape. Okay.
Okay, that's why they like it. Okay. So what was that? Mr. Manda?
Say that again.
That was a diploma.
I did a diploma at the BTEC also.
Oh, and the BTEC as well. And I'm studying now, Mr. Manda.
I'm doing my, I'll be enrolling to do my master this year.
Wow, I'm so happy.
Yeah.
So, Mr. Manda, you can do it. I'm sure my students can also do it. Don't you think so, Mr. Manda?
Yes, exactly. They can do it. And you just need to be committed and then just make time. You definitely survive and do it as well. There's no excuse. You just need to be committed and make time. You will actually achieve these things.
Excellent. So happy, Mr. Manda. Now, Mr. Manda, what I'm going to do is, you know, this question you asked about the field and the record and the data type. I'm going to turn those into multiple choice questions and true and false questions, and I'm going to give them a quiz. And that's going to happen anytime from now till the end of the week, right? So that I'm keeping them on their toes.
Thank you so much. Right, audit command language. So next week, by next week, we'll have your logins and you'd be able to do the certification for this. Sydney, we need help for this one student. Letu, let's log in and sort these people out. Where's the student that needs help? Right, Letu, Sydney, sort them out. Name, detail, login, all of that, right? The MCQ. The MCQ was supposed to take out marks for you. Was difficult. Because I didn't want 100%, 99, 98, and all of that. And that's stupid. You're going to take my culture. Right. It's usually late, but I'm not even going to take out any marks because I'm so happy that he did. But yeah, I'll take out 3 marks for late.
Hey, that's gonna be bad shame.
And you get a picture on my WhatsApp and all my contacts. I got like 800 contacts. They look at my WhatsApp and see it. But my
Guys, see, it's no, I go back and get hand. You only speaking requires what you're sending me as it limiting. That's what it requires from me. The one, so it's thank you for one it's sending it to us. How about starting necessary task? Yeah, that's right. People can use for me.
Okay, dois é bom. Fui para lá. Fui para mas sem ter tido. Se tando.
Tips.
Yes. Not working 25 kids. I just need it.
Okay.
Wait, tips.
Okay, no. So
Okay, but why is it so long?
Anh sao bố?
No, Bani.
Exact MP 519.
MP Bani.
MP 519.
Yes.
One year. Nah, it's a bubble.
Why did I give this aside? Not no, exactly. That is like you saw. Honestly,
Uyabona-ke singabhaji kakasini. Le ngifike ngikhohlwe.
Zifakele wena hayi akayibhala bese ibhala la.
Ngobhala la. Yakunaba le ngijolo isegamini 25. It's a gun.
Yeah.
And if you're age.
I find your
Yeah, hayi bo.
Faka nemalo.
yeah, that's okay.
Okay, I've been.
Correct.
Tiene que ser cola.
Can I bring? Guy, the guy just.
Update, most you know that.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. Where's in process of
Oh, it's not.
Una per il end.
Also, forgot the student number. Yeah. Not yet. Yes. No, that's good. Very happy fans.
Lo posso pensare.
No, no, one half. Yeah. Oh, you have to do funny things. Very good player. Yeah.
Ang pala ng print. Ang pala ng print. Is print apa lagi nak saya tu sedang apa tu?
Con, dai, bravo.
Ya lah. Putih lah problem lain.
Ben. Ah, mas poco.
Sumbang tu saya kopi. Hidup nalo.
Right, in the student here,
Screenshots.
it's like a bonga, B-O-N-G-A. No screenshots. Where's the student? Don't you see like I see the first thing there? And that's student, no screenshots. Oh, yeah, the student.
And get this.
Yeah, for which one? So, let's put the first one.
Look at the first one. Yeah.
I'll put the first one. Who's
Where is it?
just
That's not here. Yeah. I need to tell you what must be. What I don't exactly yet.
Saya nak segala. Yun ang tinawin. Untuk apa ni? Bagi saya tak sasa. Kita ambil. Kita siang saya akan nak. Okay.
That's my point.
Anda. It's okay.
Yeah.
You, okay, thank you. 10 o'clock, wait, 10 o'clock. Oh, nobody took it. Check out everything. Good. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, unsigned the paper. Check. Don't just say that. But what was the one that is about the fund in the business program is actually now exclude that. Like, let me keep it here.
Okay.
Now, who's this one here? 506. Why is it 506? Well, I didn't do it. It's the normal one. Yeah, no, that's all it is. So it's always. Well, that's
For now.
And you. That the student was planned for, yeah, but she's coming now. The student doesn't have a business process. Can be foreseen. Oh yeah. Anybody? The student's wrong answer doesn't have screenshots. They do. No. But facts. And yes, go. And just not find it in senior products that get together. For a few months. Flags, flags. Wait a minute. Not make sure. How is it not education? You can go tonight. I'll have that.
Oh, Sydney, you don't have any online people. Any online people?
I think they also checked with the subgroup.
Oh, they're all sorted out. Okay. Online people, you're all sorted. Any questions? We forgot about you. Sorry. Not me, Sydney. Sydney and Letu. Anybody? Can we stop the recording? Let's stop the recording. Record and transcribe. Right. So this is still part of our class.